Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review for Mary Poppins Returns. I was super excited to see this movie mainly because I'm back home for the holidays and I got to go with my mom and my grandmother, which was amazing. That definitely added to the experience. But yeah, I've just been very excited to see what Disney had to offer for this one. I mean, Mary Poppins is a classic. I love the movie Saving Mr. Banks. It's about the story of P.L. Travers, who's the author of the books that inspired the Disney movie Mary Poppins, and about Walt Disney trying to convince her to make that movie. And so that's a really interesting movie. And if you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend going and seeing it and brushing up on the old one before you see this one. If you are not aware, this movie is a sequel, and it feels like its own thing. It's very original. It doesn't try and recreate anything or it doesn't like stomp on the grounds of the original. It leaves it and it builds off of it, and that's really nice. It's exactly what a sequel should be. So yeah, this review will have no spoilers because I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, but it's quite exciting to see musicals in the theater. That's happening more and more every year. I mean, obviously they've been going on for a while, but recently with things like Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, and Mary Poppins Returns, The Greatest Showman, La La Land, all of it, like it's coming back. The musical is coming back, and it's so exciting because I love musicals. I guess the first thing I'll say about this one is that when the singing first started in this movie, I was kind of taken aback because I was like, oh, whoa, they're singing. This is weird. There's a song. This is a very serious moment, and they're singing a song. But that's kind of that's what a musical is. So I guess I just needed to readjust myself to it. So I don't know if I should fault the movie, or the acting, or the script, or I don't know what it was, but there was something once or twice it didn't really flow naturally for me. But as the movie went on, it got better and better. So again, that just could be me trying to get used to it again. We shall never know. Maybe when I watch it again sometime, I'll know the answer to that question, but that'll be a while. Yeah, I guess I'll start with the star herself, Emily Blunt, as Mary Poppins. I mean, it was amazing. She was even better in the movie than she was in the trailers, in my opinion. I thought she was outstanding in the trailers, but I was like, I don't know if I'm going to see her as Mary Poppins. She's not Julie Andrews. I love Emily Blunt, but she's her own thing, and Julie Andrews is Julie Andrews. I watched The Sound of Music last night, and you can't recreate Julie Andrews. So I think what Emily Blunt did with the character was really nice, and she seemed very authentic. And honestly, like, I would be friends with Mary Poppins. I was kind of jealous of everyone that knew her. I was like, wow, I want to be friends with Mary. She's pretty cool. She's a cool gal. So I think Emily Blunt did amazing. As far as Lin-Manuel Miranda, I'm a huge fan of his. I have had the privilege of seeing Hamilton on Broadway. I have listened to Hamilton so many times that I can sing all of the words to all of it straight through with no music, which is not healthy. And yeah, I love In the Heights. I loved the Moana soundtrack that he did. I'm really excited that he's breaking into Hollywood. And yeah, I love seeing stuff from him. I have to admit, at first, I was like, why is his character in this movie? It's kind of just like they added Lin-Manuel Miranda's character to have another Dick Van Dyke. He didn't seem important in the beginning. I loved his opening number. I loved all of that. And all the stuff with the lamplighters, that was brilliant. But he didn't seem important until the second half of the movie. So I think they could have done a better job of writing him into the story for the first act. So he didn't seem like an intruder that Disney was just throwing in to get all of the Lin-Manuel Miranda Broadway fans to go to the movie, who probably would have gone anyway because it's a musical. But anyway, yeah, so I loved him. I think he did a really good job, but he didn't really come in very naturally to the plot. He was kind of just there. I was like, why are you here? You're unnecessary. But it's fine. It's fine. Because it did get better. As far as the original Banks children, I thought they did a very nice job. Actually, it was pleasant seeing them again. It honestly, it feels weird because in the first like 10-20 minutes, I was like, they're acting like a couple. But then it started to be, I think the movie started off, the first act was a little bit weak, in my opinion. It just needed to like get on its footing. But once it did, it ran. It sprinted away and it was beautiful. But it definitely needed to get on its footing at first because they were striking so many different tones and the characters, there was something about the way they were written and the way they were acted. They weren't like meshing well. But as the movie went on, everything started to be a little bit more natural. So I'm gonna just blame it on the first act, actually. I think that's just, yeah, it was just weird. I don't know. There was just something off about it. The musical aspect of it felt weird in the first act. The acting, the character relationships and dynamics, all of it just felt weird. But as the movie went on, it got better. The musical numbers and the songs were beautiful. The score was beautiful. I listened to some of them on my way home, although the car ride isn't that long, so I only got a few of them in. But some of them I really, really like. And I won't. Okay, well, I don't know what constitutes as a spoiler, so I'm not going to say anything. But there were 3 in particular, no, 4 that I really, really liked and would rewatch and have actually decided I want to go listen to when I'm done filming this. And I want to learn the lyrics to them because they look like they're fun to sing. But yeah, the music kind of had the same unique magic that the first one did. The first movie has such, the music has such an original tone to it, like Step in Time, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, Spoonful of Sugar, Let's Go Fly a Kite, Tuppence, Feed the Birds, whatever it's called, all of that, like it has its own thing. And it definitely followed along that line, but it also felt like it wasn't trying to copy the first movie, so that was good. As a whole, the movie was very, as I said, beautiful. It's a very good family movie. It actually reminds me a lot of Paddington. If you guys have not seen the Paddington movies, I highly recommend checking them out. They're very British, and this movie, even though it's an American-made movie, just filmed in London with some British actors, like, it felt very British to me. It just, like, had that vibe, that, like, sweet, colorful kind of vibe that British things do. Like, if you watch a lot of, like, BBC and stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, things that are British just have their own, every country, when they make things, like, America has, like a broad range, but when something's made in Bollywood, it's Bollywood. When something's made in Japan, it's, like, very Japanese. You can just tell by the way it's made. And same with like British stuff. I don't know what it is. Like, from Love Actually to Paddington to the Great British Baking Show, like, I don't know, they just have, like, this way about it. It's like, it's very charming. Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, check out Paddington. I feel like you guys might get that reference. There's just something about the family dynamics and everything. It just felt like Paddington. I don't know, even the plot a little bit. Well, not really the plot, but, like, kind of, it makes sense in my head. Yeah, Colin Firth did really well. Meryl Streep was she was Meryl Streep. What more do I need to say? Yeah, I thought the directing was good. There wasn't a shot where I was like, oh my god, that is the best shot I've ever seen. Or like there are many movies where there's such a good shot that my jaw actually like hangs open. Most recently, I would say Bohemian Rhapsody might have been the last movie to do that for me, with a shot during Live Aid. This movie didn't have that shot for me, but it was still really cool. As you've seen from the trailers, I'm not going to consider this a spoiler. Dick Van Dyke does make an appearance. That's awesome. As well as some other characters from not only the first movie, but the P.L. Travers novels make some appearances, which is really cool too. There are little Easter eggs in there. There are just some people from the first movie that I wish could have come and been in this one. But to each their own. Some people just move on. Some people just can't do it. So that makes complete sense. Overall, I really liked this movie. It was very colorful. It was very good. I just think the first act could have been a bit stronger. And I think by introducing the B storyline, then if you had brought that in sooner, that probably would have helped fix a lot of the things. Yeah, but it kept the original, it had the Mary Poppins vibe. I loved the Disney opening. On the same note of me watching The Sound of Music. So I watched, I kind of had like a throwback night. I wasn't really in the mood to watch anything new. I just wanted to be lazy. So last night I watched When Harry Met Sally, which is like one of the only rom-coms I actually like. I love that movie so much. I love Rob Reiner. And I watched The Sound of Music last night as well. And the opening credits with the gold font that happened in Mary Poppins Returns reminded me so much of The Sound of Music. And it was so old school and it was so nostalgic. It was amazing. The only thing that was missing would be like an intermission. And then it would have been the most seamless transition from one night to the next. But it was beautiful. And especially because I went from a Julie Andrews movie to a sequel to a Julie Andrews movie. It was quite nice. I won't be doing a spoiler review of this movie, mainly because I don't think it's necessary, and I'd probably just be saying all the same things. But yeah, I really did. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it was one of my favorite movies of the year, but I was able to lose myself in it, and it just felt magical. Like it had that Disney magic. So I don't know. I mean, that's like a great I feel like that's the best compliment that movie could get. So yeah. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of this movie. If you've seen it, do you want to see it? Do you have your doubts? Are there any characters from the original movie that you really want to see? Is there any song you really want to hear from the original movie? Do you think they're going to sing it if you haven't seen it yet? What's your favorite song from the original? What's your favorite song from the sequel? And how do you think Emily Blunt did? So yeah, I promise I'll get on some of these videos. Oh, and as a thank you for my big total of 1 million views, I'm doing a live stream, and that date will be determined. I'll let you know in another video. I'm a busy girl. Yeah, but comment down below if you guys are going to watch that live stream, because I really hope you do, because if like only one person watches, that would be awkward, and it would probably be my dad. So subscribe if you want to see more of my coverage from this movie, Aquaman, which I might see tomorrow. I'll probably react to some trailers, and I have a lot of movies to watch over this break. And we're going to have a lot of fun over the next year, because 2019 looks insane. Also subscribe if you want to see my end of the year videos, which I will be doing, which includes my favorite movies, my top 10 favorite movies of 2018, which will be a hard list to make. I've been working on it for a while already. I'm going to do the my top 10 like favorite, the best trailers I saw for 2018. I don't even like, there's so many categories I want to do. I'm so excited. Yeah, I don't even, oh, I'm so excited. So subscribe if you want to see any of those, and happy holidays, everyone. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. Bye.